Here at Fifth Gear, we pride ourselves on having the pick of professional drivers as presenters. People blessed with magical control, able to take a car to the limit and make it dance. But apparently, there's a weak link in the chain.
What? What?
Tom may have donutted himself into the record books earlier this series, but that just requires a heavy right foot. We want to take his driving finesse to a slightly more sophisticated level.
I genuinely, seriously can't believe that you think that I'm letting the side down just because you, Jason and Vicky are all kind of oversteer, schmoversteer, la-di-da, I'm a racing driver.
Don't take it personally. It's a common mistake. Loads of people think they're good drivers. All I'm saying is let me give you some tuition and I'll make you a substantially better driver.
There's no way that I'm taking driving lessons from you.
It's a Lamborghini.
With four-wheel drive and an advanced ESP system, the Gallardo is the perfect supercar for beginners, although it costs us £900 to insure Tom for the day.
We like Lamborghinis.
Task 1, observe Tom and see where there was room for improvement.
You know, I've never done Croft before, Tiff.
Ooh, hello.
It's Castle Coombe.
Oh, I've never done here either.
Okay, so this was a chicane. Oh, I see.
Whee! Ah, I'm getting the hang of it now. We've done a whole lap.
Stop.
Why?
Just for a minute, just hold on. Just
Why?
relax.
I'm quite enjoying it. I'm just getting into it. I don't know about this racing drive stuff. There's nothing coming in the other way. If you can remember where the circuit goes, it's easy. It's quite relaxing, actually. Not a lot of messing about to be done.
Like most petrol heads presented with an empty track and 520 horsepower, Tom stormed round like a bull in a china shop. He chucked the car rather than letting it glide.
I've probably seen enough now, Tom. I mean, if we stop and talk about it, I think I've seen just a few places that I think I can find some small improvements.
You can't improve on perfection.
I don't think that you can make me any better. I think that was pretty damn good. I was fully committed. It was making squealy tyres, and the brakes really smelled.
Which is why I was hardly able to write anything on my driver assessment form, because I was bouncing, jerking, being thrown, and the one thing I managed to circle the most was attitude.
I knew you'd start.
Because you got to calm everything down. It was sliding because you were making it slide, not because you'd reached...
Oh, here comes the Sultan of Slide complaining about sliding.
That's
called, like, drifting.
We use that for a drifting technique later to show off. But when we're going to go fast on a racetrack, we only want that to happen when we've reached the ultimate speed of the car in that corner.
I'm saying that was the ultimate speed.
You are throwing grip away to make it wiggle and woggle and think you're going fast,
Grip
but
sucks.
you're not. So you've got to calm it down initially, get your turning point right, brake progressively, you're jumping on and off everything, it's skidding, it's sliding. You've got to be initially gently, then firmer, then just before you turn into the corner, you actually bleed off the brakes, progressively turn, fine.
What are you talking about, bleed off the brakes?
Edge off slightly, don't jump off them, because otherwise we're on full braking, then we're on no braking, and then the weight transfer goes to the back. So when you've done turn in, you've just taken all the weight off the front wheels, and then you whack loads of lock on so it doesn't turn, and then it slows down and grips, and then the back lifts loose because you've thumped the throttle. Let's get back into the car, right? With a new approach, I'll let you go sideways later.
Join us later when Tom gets it right and Tom gets it wrong. We're giving Tom some supercar tuition. We want to refine his rather heavy-handed driving skills and bring them into line with the high fifth gear standards. After teaching him the theory that the fastest way around a circuit is to steer as little as possible,
Turn in and progressively add the power.
it was time to put it into practice. Smoothness is the key, but Tom seemed happier being brutal.
You're wee-heeing again then, right? You should have feathered the throttle. You went power slide mode again.
Yeah, but that's funny.
You can always add more lock later, but taking off lock really messes you up. So look, get that line and then ease the lock off as you put more power. You go power, progressively through the corner. That's much nicer. Whoa, that's fast. So there, and there, good. And then feet and go. Yeah, lovely.
In a funny way, the less inputs you give to the car, the quicker you go.
Later turn.
You can stitch a much faster lap together simply by driving less.
It just feels so much quicker this way.
I'm doing it. I'm like a racing driver.
Well, almost. God, Tiff, I'm sweating. It's all hard work.
Tom's first lap time of the day was equivalent to that of a Subaru Impreza, but his new driving style was finally making the Lambo's extra power count. An hour's tuition had cut 4 seconds off his time.
Oh, but enough of this, man. Enough of what? We're just getting there. The times are coming
I
down.
want to be like Tiff. I want to be the Sultan of Slide.
No. I don't want to do all this kind of racing drivery nonsense. It's no good fun.
Tom wanted to perfect the art of power sliding. It's the ultimate expression of car control, and I suggested we began with some quiet theory. He disagreed.
You just have to, you can't run into it. Right, so. Oh, look good. Just do it.
The Gallardo is surprisingly tail-happy, but holding it in a graceful slide is rather like trying to balance a broomstick on your fingertip. Small corrections are better than big movements. I encourage Tom to find the limit.
Oh, much better.
So, take 2.
Your instigation's not working at the moment, is it? So what do I do to instigate a better slide?
We've got to get it sliding earlier, so we need to hoof it a bit sooner. Adding the lock at the same time. So you go right over the left-hand side of the track, you start to go, dip it on the brakes, turn it, and now hoof. Whoa, and that's grass again. Yes, very nice.
Do I back off when I come?
Only when you've got lots of opposite lock on it, then you can fed that sort of stops the spin. First gear, left and right to destabilise. Now power! Hold it. A bit more speed going to the corner, so lap this little block at normal speed, so we've got more momentum, so we've got more weight transference on the front end. Accelerate, then brake, down first turn. And now, whoa! So get more turning now before you, so aim for that little bit of grass, turn there. Power. Now hold it, now there. Now we're learning. That was good. He cracked it. Well, sort of. So finally, the 5th gear driving team is complete.